You all keep asking me for my opinion on AI art, and I have done just about everything I can to not talk about this subject. However, half of the top 10 new gaming Patreons of 2024 use AI art. So I guess now is finally the time. In short, yes, AI art sucks and will probably suck for a long time. Yes, people will lose their jobs. And no, there isn't a damn thing that you can do to stop it. As for why, I'll try to keep this as short as I can. Let's start with the Luddites. If you don't know who the Luddites were, they were a group of English textile workers from the 19th century during the Industrial Revolution who were against the push for automated machines for textiles. Essentially, people didn't want to lose their jobs to machines, see wages decreased, and were concerned about the drop in quality that machine-made textiles had versus professionals making handmade ones. To me, I really feel like the arguments against AI are fundamentally the same. We're seeing artists lose their jobs or make less on projects, and we all know about the drop in quality we see in AI art and other AI tools. So today, artists are struggling just like the Luddites were. Artists spent years honing their craft just for their livelihoods to be snatched away from them. I'm not saying that people should go out and destroy factories or assassinate Jeff Bezos. Please don't do that. We can't stop the march of progress, but we can control how we treat those who are trampled by the march of progress. Progress isn't always good in the short term. As a matter of fact, it is rarely good in the short term. So many people died from the creation of the printing press to war, genocide, and religious zealotry. Yeah, almost 600 years later, most of us will agree that the printing press was a benefit to humanity, but for those first couple hundred years, it was not a net positive. Shit, this is still where we are with textiles. We are 200 years after the Luddites, and we still have an estimated 27 million enslaved humans working in the textile industry across the world. Handcrafted goods are still superior to machine-made, and cheaply produced textiles are still often used as a tool to destroy emerging economies. Will we eventually get to a point where automated textile production is not a detriment to humanity? Probably, but I doubt it will be in our lifetime. Maybe we'll see it in Jeff Bezos' lifetime, given how much these slaving bandit tech bros are spending to extend their lifespans. Why do you think so many of them are building elaborate bunkers? They all dream of being an ageless Mr. House in the Mojave of Fallout New Vegas. Well, not Zuckerberg. His bunker is in Hawaii. So I'm not saying AI is good. I'm saying progress is inevitable. 4 years ago in 2020, I was studying to be a graphic designer. I really wanted to go into game design, but I was told that graphic design was a safer job prospect. I mean, it made sense. 4 years ago, being a graphic designer seemed like a viable career to pursue. In the last 6 months, all of that has changed. Graphic designers can still work, but with the rise of AI shortcuts and tools, it is going to become harder to land or even keep a job. I can't imagine what my life would have looked like had I graduated this year with a degree in graphic design. I don't think it's going to take away all of the jobs in graphic design, but I do think none of us are prepared for where we are headed towards. All of this turmoil is called disruption, because I guess it sounds nicer than saying genocide, war, mass unemployment, and opportunistic slavery. We have child labor laws because of the Jeff Bezoses from the past. I have no idea how these opportunistic bandits will fuck us over in the future, but be sure they will do everything they can to fuck us over. So, what can we do? Historically, the nations that have worked to help those people most impacted by disruption have been the ones that survived and prospered. Like I said, you can't stop progress, but we can work to help those negatively impacted by it. If we don't, it will just be another Habsburg, Romanov, or Ming dynasty. AI art will be a great tool for more developers to be able to bring their vision and ideas to life. Our industry is plagued with delays and abandoned games. We are already seeing an incredible degree of output from projects that use AI tools. Yes, they tend to look worse than more traditional means, but we are 200 years later from the specter of Ned Ludd, and artisan-made clothes can still look and feel better than mass-produced ones. We should expect AI tools to be inferior to skilled humans for quite a long time. So AI art is here to stay in our space, and will likely cause an explosion of growth as the barrier of entry becomes lower for new developers. Hopefully, those developers that are the most successful will use that success to hire talented artists and specialists to help raise our industry to new creative and commercial heights. Just watch out for the next Jeff Bezos. These bandits will try to find a way to take all of this from us and convince everybody else that they are the geniuses responsible for bringing it to us in the first place. We can't control the future, but we can control how we choose to face it. Until next time, no shaming, just gaming.